My topic is where are the roots of my optimism? Where are the roots of my optimism? Like a regular tree, my roots of optimism go down into the past. But I also have roots of optimism that go up into the future. The roots of my optimism stem from my premature birth, my ability to look at the world in a positive light, and my excitement for the promise of science and technology in the future. Even though I only just turned 12, I have already had an adventurous past. To start with, I was extremely premature. I weighed 600 grams and my twin brother weighed 560 grams. That's about a pound and a half each. We were born at 24 weeks, 4 months premature. According to the National Center for Biotechnology Information and Stats Canada, there's a 30% survival rate for births this early. Also with prematurity, there are greater risks for cognitive delays, physical delays, vision impairments, and hearing loss. For me and my brother, we both have different hearing levels and rare hearing aids, and I have partial paralysis in my vocal cords, which is why my voice is so quiet. My mom and dad had optimistic attitudes on our survival, and the help and support we received from doctors, nurses, family, and friends all contributed to my optimism. I believe I was born an optimistic person because I survived the odds. I use this optimism on a day-to-day basis to help me see things in a positive light. For example, I don't like homework. It distracts me from doing the things I enjoy, like math, physics, and reading about history, science, and space, which I think are more important than homework. But homework is helping me learn other things like French and also how to organize my time. Also, I do advanced math courses because my grade level is too easy, so I'm positive about that. Some people think the world today is in a bad place, with terrorism, climate change, and wars. But they forget that despite these problems, the world has made huge progress. I think about the fact there are less wars, less child labor, and less capital punishment. We have abolished slavery, apartheid, and the criminalization of homosexuality in most countries. And with advances in science, it is possible we may be able to reverse the effects of climate change, at least learn to adapt to it. Another example relates to some leaders in the free world. Instead of focusing on how bad things are in some countries, I remind myself that there's only 2.5 years until the next election. And the chance for another leader. One who isn't just another rich guy. Change will happen. Speaking of change, finances. Money is always a risky venture, but I am optimistic that I will be fine. It helps that I have a grandma who's a financial advisor and that I have stocks in Disney. If that isn't a happy and optimistic company, I don't know what is. It makes me feel good that I'm supporting happiness and optimism and making some money. As I already mentioned, roots don't have to be anchored into the ground. My roots of optimism are in space, in science, in technology, in the future. This is my happy place. When I think of the possibilities of things like space travel, I am optimistic that we can colonize another planet and explore places beyond Earth. If there was a time machine, I'd go into the future to see what the world would be like because I'm so excited about the potential. When my parents were my age, there was no such thing as an iPad or iPhone. I bet when I have kids, they will think iPads and iPhones are outdated, and there'll be something faster and better and more awesome. Virtual reality will look like the video games of today, and driving will be totally automated, and I am so optimistic for that to happen. My roots of optimism started way before I was supposed to be born, and continue to affect how I look at life in the future. I recently watched The Darkest Hour about Winston Churchill, who had a lot of optimism in a time when there was very little to be optimistic about. This quote from him symbolizes my own optimistic approach to life. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the power to continue that counts. Thank you.